In this video, I'll try my best to survive 100 days in the new Nether. Now, I originally wanted to do this in hardcore, but that didn't go too well, as my last video is basically a compilation of all of my deaths. I'll link that in the description below, by the way, so yeah, enjoy the video. Here we go, day 1. So I started out by taking down this fig tree with my fist, and then I made my way into a nearby Bastion remnant. Now I found out that at the bottom there's actually blackstone, which is really important in Nether. It basically serves the purpose of cobblestone. Then I made my way up into the top floors of the Bastion, where I found chests full of goodies. So I immediately crafted golden boots so I don't get attacked by the piglins. But for some reason I still got attacked, and then this happened. Yep, I died on the first day. After contemplating my existence for a few minutes, I decided to head down and get the stuff, which was actually pretty hard as the piglins were still guarding it and I didn't have any golden armor. So they obviously tried to kill me. And then I made my way up because I saw a gold block, which I immediately took. Gonna come in handy. I started out day 2 by looking for some more gold deposits. That way I can trade with the piglins for some really good stuff and make some more armor as well, because I was only at 3 hearts. Now my hunger bars were disappearing pretty quickly, so I started looking for some mushrooms. That way I can make mushroom stew, which would feed me for a bit, but the problem was that the mushrooms were pretty rare, so I needed a better solution. And that solution is called hoglins. Now they only spawn in the Crimson Forest and are super tanky and also deal a lot of damage, so I gotta be careful. For safety reasons I decided to dig down this hole, which would be my temporary house. While looking at the Bastion, I thought I saw something. And yep, that was another gold block, which I immediately put to work by trading it to piglins. I realized that the piglins are really ungrateful, as they started attacking me, and yeah, I died again. Day 2, death 2. Now at this point I don't trust the piglins at all, so I decided to build this temporary doorway. That way I can enter but they can't. Day 3 I decided to take something back from the piglins, and that something was gold blocks. I dug every gold block that I could find and stole it from them, because they really don't deserve it after all they've done to me. But I wasn't done, far from it. I went to explore the Bastion because I know there can be some really good loot there. Unfortunately the first chest was pretty garbage, so I decided to trade with the piglins, hoping they would give me iron ingots. I didn't exactly get the ingots, but I got something else from them. Yep, a friendly push into the depths of the Bastion. So my third death was on the third day. I swear you could not script this. I got an idea how I can get the piglins back, and that is by destroying the whole Bastion. Yep, from top to the bottom I will be mining it down. So I got to work, because it's definitely not gonna be easy, especially not with stone pickaxes, which is the only tool I had at the moment because iron is so rare. Now all that mining isn't for nothing. I quickly filled up my inventory, so I set up a quick chest next to the crafting table I placed at the start. After unloading all the blocks and with empty inventory, I decided to get back on it. Fortunately I wasn't alone, there was an enderman that was my friend. And what do we have here? Another gold block. Unfortunately it's gonna end up back in the hands of piglins, because I need to trade with them and they can give me some really good loot, such as iron boots, iron ingots, which are probably the best, ender pearls, obsidian, fire charges, and much more stuff that's really not needed at the moment. So I found this one guy which wasn't generous at all. He was giving me crap all the time. So I went back to heal up and unload all the very useful stuff he gave me. I wasn't done with the Bastion. I destroyed this magma cube spawner because they were guarding the gold at the bottom. Now getting that gold isn't gonna be easy, so I decided to gear up fully and go for it. So I carefully made my way down. Luckily there weren't any piglins at the bottom, so I had it pretty easy. It's good to have the piglins on your side when you want to steal their gold blocks. So I dropped them a couple of ingots and went back to get the rest of the gold. And let me tell you, there was a lot of gold down there. And because of my previous experience with the piglins, I decided to build this little shack in the middle. Hoping for some profits, I traded all the gold back to piglins. And we're at day 5. Now originally when I started this challenge, I didn't think that I would be going into the overworld. but I realized that it would actually make it more fun and give me way more opportunities on what I can do, such as farms, diamonds, which you can find in nether fortresses, but that would mean I would have to spend so much time exploring for the chance of getting a few diamonds. Also, it made getting iron way easier, which is probably the most essential resource in Minecraft. I don't know, but overall I think this decision definitely made the series more exciting and give me way more opportunities what to do. If I were to stay in the nether only, I would have to constantly get gold in order to get iron ingots so I can get iron tools, otherwise I would have to use cobblestone tools forever. And just like that, I began to dig my way down at Y11, where the almighty diamonds can spawn. They're probably still the rarest, as netherite isn't that hard to find. Now look what I got. I found a huge ravine which has big potential of having diamonds in it. Now, not to get too far ahead, I decided to grab all the iron and coal I found, because it's gonna be needed. I plan on doing strip mining, but I couldn't resist the urge to explore all the caves, as there is still a high possibility of finding diamonds because of all the blocks you can see. When mining, I encountered this ocean ravine thing, which I immediately went to explore, and the exploration paid off as I found my first diamonds. But I got a little distracted, which almost cost me my life because I started drowning and I panicked, but I realized that I could quickly place torches to get some air, so I did exactly that. After grasping for some fresh torch air, I decided to craft a door, which I should have probably done before, and mine the diamonds. Day 6, I decided to get rid of these annoying cows because they produce a lot of methane, which isn't good for my Minecraft atmosphere, and yeah, they also drop food, so that's another reason. After filling my hunger bars all the way up, I wanted to go back to mining, but then this happened. Now I know I had a water bucket in my inventory, but I just wasn't paying attention. So I grabbed a few blocks and made my way back into the overworld to recover my items. Now I was pretty lucky as I got almost everything. I think my gold boots got burnt in lava, but I got pretty much everything else, so mainly the diamonds. Losing them would really piss me off, so I'm glad I didn't. Back to the nether, boys. Home sweet home. Anyways, I decided to do a little bit of terraforming since there isn't much space to work with. I decided to visit the piglins once more to recover my loot from before. So I carefully made my way down, because I didn't want to die, especially with all the diamonds. So I grabbed some pearls, that way I can get back quicker, and let's say it didn't go as planned. Yep, lost all of my stuff, all of my diamonds. That's the first day I died twice in, so yeah, day 6 wasn't really successful. To prevent that from happening in the future, I decided to build this huge staircase from the bottom all the way to the top. Now, I probably should have built this earlier, but I didn't. Day 7. I decided to get rid of this tree because I didn't have any space to build and I wanted a bigger base than just one crafting table and 2 chests. Pay attention to what tool I'm using. That's right, hoes have finally found purpose in Minecraft, and that's only one of the many things that were added in 1.16. Honestly, I think this update is really great, and I don't know why Mojang doesn't make more updates. The game has been so similar for way too long. Even if you got one of these big updates per year, it would still progress really quickly. I mean, 1.16 Nether is completely different from the 1.15 and previous Nethers. The new Nether is obviously harder, but let's be honest, that's a good thing. People have been playing for 5 years in hardcore without dying. How's that the hardest difficulty in Minecraft? Like, come on. Anyways, I decided to extend the platform so I have more space to build in, because I'd like to eventually set up a proper base here, not just chests and furnaces. I made my way up back to the top of the bastion and distracted these 2 piglins while I stored their precious gold blocks. They will never know. Day number 8. I trapped these 2 piglins in order to keep them under control. And then one of their friends actually tried killing me. Let's say it didn't go too well for him. I wanted revenge, so I killed both of his friends. And also they were done trading. I wanted to make my base prettier and safer, so I crafted these polished blackstone brick walls and placed them around. That way I don't accidentally fall off the edge. Not that it would ever happen, but you know. And it also keeps mobs out, so it's a win-win. Finally the base is starting to look the part. And then I decided to head back into the overworld because, as you might remember, I lost all of my diamonds and I wanted to make a netherite pickaxe and also enchanting table, so I need 5 diamonds and I have 0, so yeah, let's get to mining. It's true that diamonds are the rarest resource in Minecraft, but they shouldn't be that hard to find, right? It usually takes like 10 to 20 minutes of stream mining, but in my case it took quite a bit more. Now, I don't know if I was really unlucky or I was doing something wrong with the stream mining, which obviously I wasn't, but there weren't any diamonds. Instead, I kept finding these water lakes, like that's new thing in 1.16, or what is that? Or always like water at Y11, so annoying. As you might have noticed, we're already at day 9 and still no diamonds have been found, so back to mining. And it's not like I wasn't mining. As you can see, I was stream mining the whole time, pushing for diamonds, trying to see if I can get them, if I can find them somewhere, if they're hiding in a cave, if they're hiding next to lava. I found everything but diamonds. I even found this abandoned mine shaft, which was full of mobs and iron, but no diamonds. And yes, I was at like Y12, Y13, it wasn't like Y25, so there should be diamonds spawning. At this point, I've been mining for like 40 minutes and I've been quickly losing faith. But I really wanted my enchanting table and diamond pickaxe, so didn't really have another option but to stay in the mine. But hey, at least you got some space to collect your thoughts and maybe attract the diamonds into existence. Hopefully they will appear soon. Day 10. I got a little lucky, but not to get too excited. I found diamonds, but it was only one ore, so I still needed 4 more. But what I found is hope, and that hope brought me the 4 diamonds I needed. Yep, I found them in a cave next to lava. Now we got exactly 5, which is perfect for what I need. Then I went back because I was super tired of mining and also I got what I wanted. So yeah, I wanted to craft my enchanting table and diamond pickaxe, but I saw something in the distance, and that something was a desert temple. Now the loot in there was questionable, but I guess better than nothing, right? Then I made my way onto the ocean because I wanted to see if I can get some more sugarcane to speed up my growth of my farm and also craft some bookshelves. Day 11. While looking for sugarcane, I found this village, so I stole all the smokers and blast furnaces they had, also collected all the hay bales, and basically just took away everything they had. It's safe to say I completely ruined this village. I even killed their iron golem, so they have nobody to protect them. But it was worth it because he dropped some iron ingots, and that's always needed. After taking everything I could, I made my way back because it was getting dark and I didn't want the villagers dead because, you know, they might be useful for trading. So I planted this temporary sugarcane farm along the shore and made my way back into the Nether. Now I wanted to make some special place for my enchantment table because of how long it took to take, so I dug this hole in the mountain, which actually looks pretty good, and put the enchanting table in the middle. And on day 12, I started out by enchanting everything I could. Now I didn't have any bookshelves, so the enchants were pretty meh, but still better than nothing. After enchanting every single item I had, I crafted a smithing table because I wanted to combine my diamond pickaxe with my netherite ingot into a netherite pickaxe. And there it is, my first netherite tool. At this point I was getting pretty wealthy in terms of items, so I needed to expand my chests. Also, I moved them from the center to the side because they were taking up a lot of space and I didn't want it to look that ugly. With the use of my newly enchanted iron axe, I destroyed all the previous chests and moved the loot around. Then I made my way back on top of the Bastion remnant because I wanted to test how fast is a netherite pickaxe. And actually it wasn't that fast. It's only a little bit faster than the iron pickaxe, but I think that's because I didn't have any enchantments on it. But my disappointment went quickly away when I found some more gold blocks, which is always nice to find, you know. But not to get too excited because there was still a lot of work needed to be done, and while stealing some more gold blocks I made a lot of progress on the Bastion. So I picked up an ender pearl and successfully thrown it back into my base and unloaded all the blocks, all the garbage I get from the mining, and went back with another ender pearl, which wasn't as successful as the previous one because I got stuck high in the wall. So I ate melon and threw another ender pearl, and yeah, I was fine. Do you remember day 3 when we got our first gold block? Yep, this is the bridge we built, so it needs to go now. Time flies really quickly, but it almost stopped when I threw this really dangerous ender pearl. Luckily I hit it perfectly, and yeah, it could have gone really bad. I really should be more careful because I could have died with that ender pearl. And on day 14 I did exactly that. I died. Not with an ender pearl, but with falling. So I grabbed another ender pearl and made my way back so I could recover some of the items. I think I didn't lose much, but definitely dying isn't optimal. Anyways, I'm going down because I want to mine for ancient debris. That way I can get some more netherite, which, let's be honest, you never can have enough netherite. So I placed the ladders, that way I can get safely down without the use of ender pearls, and while mining I almost died to lava. Oof, that was a close call, man. I really need to be more careful. And yep, it happened again, but this time I was quicker and more prepared. By the time day 15 rolled around, I was already down at Y15, which is, day 15, Y15. What a coincidence. Anyways, Y15 is the best Y to find netherite, so if you're planning on looking for netherite, that's where you want to be. But before I went mining, I needed to prepare. So I took some coal, cooked some more food, grabbed some torches, planks, and went to mining. Now this proves my theory that ancient debris isn't rarer than diamonds. As you can see, after a little bit of diamond, I already found it. So I still think diamonds are the rarest resource in Minecraft, honestly. But that doesn't mean I wasn't excited about the find. I definitely was. However, I still need more ancient debris. So at day 16 I found exactly what I needed. More ancient debris. This is going way better than looking for diamonds. Despite having already the ancient debris I needed, I still did a little bit more mining to see if I can get some more ancient debris out of my luck. I didn't find any more, but honestly it doesn't matter. So I made my way back and crafted an anvil, and what I did next was questionable to say the least. I repaired my netherite pickaxe instead of crafting a new one, which cost the same amount, exactly 1 netherite ingot. A new problem emerged. I was running out of food because all that mining takes a lot of food, so I decided to fight some hoglins to get some steak. I was feeling confident, so I took a fair fight with the hoglins instead of building some towers, and I won. Day 17. I wanted to make my portal look prettier, so I added the bricks around it. I think it looks way better. Then I went through the portal into the overworld because I wanted to upgrade my sugarcane farm. Now it was just placed along the shore, which we all know isn't optimal. Hopefully my sugarcane will grow quickly, because I wanted to expand my bookshelves around my enchantment table, so I can get better enchants than just level 1. And so I built this AFK tower so I can AFK while sugarcane grows. After making my way back into the nether, I crafted a compass because I wanted to find the world spawn. So I hopped on a boat, and with the use of the compass, I was able to find the biome that I should have spawned in if I didn't start in the nether. Before I found my spawn point, I ran into the icy spikes biome, which is actually one of the rarest biomes. And day 18 started out by me finding the spawn. Now, there's a trick with the compass that tells you where exactly are the blocks that you would spawn on. For me, it was these two. Basically, just look for a place where the compass starts spinning, and then from there, go northwest into the corner of your chunk, and that's when the center of your spawn chunks is. And there it is, first harvest of our sugarcane farm. That felt really good. I wanted to try something which you will see in a bit, and for that I needed obsidian, so I went back down into the mines and slowly but surely got myself 10 obsidian, which is exactly how much you need for a new nether portal. Next I made my way back into the nether, because that's where I want to try the new thing I'm talking about. And for that you need to go up, and when I say up, I mean up to the ceiling of the Nether. And the Nether is closed off with a thick layer of bedrock, so that's where I want to go. So I made my way up, slowly but surely, and it wasn't as easy as I expected because, as you know, in the Nether there is a chance that you will encounter random lava flowing from any block basically. So that's what happened, but I managed to escape it and cover it off with some blocks. Finally, I reached the bedrock, so I set up a small little area around the ladder, that way I don't have to be like in a cluttered space. And then I wanted to connect it with my spawn portal. So I started digging in the directions. Basically, if you don't know, you need to divide the directions by 8 in order to get the Nether directions. 8 blocks in the overworld is 1 block in the Nether. Luckily, the spawn is always 0, 0, so it's 0, 0 in the Nether as well. So I made my way into 0, 0. It took a little bit of digging, but nothing too crazy. I was used to it from looking for diamonds. When I finally arrived at 0, 0 in the Nether, I set up a quick little Nether portal, which hopefully will connect me to my spawn in the overworld. I guess we have to find out, and the best way to find out is by going through it. Now, you actually get fire charges from trading with piglins, so you don't need flint and steel anymore, which I think is really cool addition. As you can see, with the use of a fire charge, the portal lights up and you can go through. And there it is, the moment of truth. Will it connect me? Yes, it did. Nice. What I wanted to do at the spawn was actually build an automatic fish farm, which are known for being OP. However, I didn't do enough research and didn't realize that in 1.16 they were actually nerfed a lot. So they don't work nearly as well. I think they said they are 5 times less efficient, which is a lot. Anyways, I found this tutorial for 0 tick fish farm, which was supposed to be really good. However, there was one issue. It wasn't for Java, it was for bedrock, so I took it down. I really should do more research because that led to a lot of time wasted, as it's already day 21, which I started off by fighting some hoglins because I need food. And while fighting the hoglins, let's say, it didn't go as planned exactly. That's right, I died, yep, with all the loot, and next to lava actually. So I went back and died again on my way back. That's really not efficient, to be honest. I needed to go back before the items can despawn, but I ran into a little issue. They were guarded by some hoglins, and not just one hoglin, it was actually a lot of hoglins. Now that I didn't need them, they were spawning everywhere, and they were joined by some piglins as well, which led to me dying again. I totally wasn't my fault trying to block clutch that, but I spawned in the overworld, which sucks because I have to make my way back. And that's exactly what I did. I absolutely destroyed my spacebar while getting back. And on 2.5 hearts, I collected what was left from my items. Then I courageously made this jump, which luckily didn't end up me falling in lava. And then I dropped down for my pickaxe, which almost cost me my life. Despite losing all of my items, I still got the food, so I was happy. But my happiness quickly went away when I got killed at the start of day 22 by an enderman. At this point I was really tired of running all the way from spawn back to the base, so I refilled my anchor spawn or whatever it's called, and that way I can spawn into Nether when I die. Back to the overworld. Now I wanted to move my sugarcane farm to the spawn chunks because if you didn't know, spawn chunks are always loaded, so the sugarcane always grows. But because this was taiga biome, I needed to put something over the water so it doesn't freeze. And finally, I planted the sugarcane. It will grow 24/7 at all times. Moving on, day 23. I needed to farm some endermans because despite trading with the piglins, I didn't have any ender pearls left. I must have lost them somewhere in the lava. Killing Endermen in the Nether is actually really annoying as they can teleport everywhere. That's what happened before when I died to an angry Enderman. Anyways, I'm making my way back to the roof of the Nether because I actually want to get on top, and you can do that by searching for one layer of bedrock and then placing a ladder and throwing an ender pearl while jumping and shifting. And yep, I successfully got up. I marked a small area where I want to build something in the future. And then I built a nether portal, which would hopefully take me back into the overworld. I misplaced one block. You hate to see it. Anyways, the moment of truth. Now this part is actually pretty easy as there is little room for error. What's harder is actually making the portal teleport you back to the top of the nether. Now I got spawned into the overworld next to a village, which I thought was the village from before, but that wasn't the case. And as you can see, that's what I'm talking about. It teleported me back, but to the wrong portal, so that was really a disappointment. Not a great start to day 24, if I'm being honest. However, I realized where the problem was. The portals were too close to each other, so I made my way back and destroyed this one because I wanted to get to the top of the ceiling. And I thought that having nether portal is the only way to get there, but it actually isn't. So I immediately wanted to test it out if the portals were correct and would link up as they should. So I needed to make my way back, which successfully did with the ender pearl strategy, and ran towards the portal. Now please, work. Okay, this part is easy, so now back. This is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. And yep, it worked exactly as I wanted. Then I went back into the overworld and made my portal look pretty, which, let's be honest, is all that matters. Then I had to go back to spawn, use that portal to get to the nether and run all the way back, and then use the ender pearl tactic once more to get back on top of the ceiling. By the way, we're already at day 25. When I got back to the top of the nether, I followed this one tutorial, which actually should make the bedrock break, so I needed to test it out. I built this little contraption, as you can see, and the next step is actually getting underneath it and pressing the lever and spamming right click button on the piston, which should destroy the bedrock below it. And as you can see, this is my reaction. Yes! Yes, bro! Oh my god. I was really happy. Unfortunately, that's where today's episode ends. If you want me to continue the series, please hit the like button. If we hit 10 likes, I'll do episode number 2. It's up to you guys. I'll do whatever content you want me to make. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.